everyone, my name is Austin Demoro, and I believe that you can do much more. What if I tell you that you were a born salesperson? What if I tell you that you can sell? What if I tell you that the only reason why you think you cannot sell is because you are afraid of rejection? And your best way out of rejection is to find out your biggest advantage, your best way of selling, understanding the inner character that allows you to sell effectively. That is why today we'll be looking at the nice sales strategy. These are 4 strategies that will allow you to extract your best effective way of selling. Before we delve into this, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the red button below and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you keep getting our wonderful content every week. Now, back to nice sales strategies. What is NICE? NICE is an acronym for networker, influencer, consultant, and educator. You belong to any of this category. You, by nature, recommend products. You, by nature, you actually give advice. And by nature, you like to give approval. That is how we are. We either give approval as educators, or as consultants, or as influencers, or as networkers. That is how we give our approvals. We are all naturally yearning to recommend something. And that word recommend is actually a combination of 2 words, re and commend. Commend is actually an affirmation. It means you have approved something. So re adding to commending, affirmation or approval is that you have approved it inwardly. Now you are telling someone what you approve. Does that sound like you? All of us are like that. It is in our nature we want to recommend, which means we are salespeople. Naturally, we were born salespeople. But we don't all do it the same way. We either do it by networking, or we do it by influencing, or we do it by consulting, or we do it by educating. This is how we do it. So we need to find out which one you belong. Who is a networker? A networker is a person that likes to build referral. They want to find out who has already used it. These are networkers. So by the time you are talking to someone, you are telling them this person use it, that person use it, that person use it. For a networker, it is about building referral and use. Then who is an influencer? An influencer is that person that want to have fun and have friendship and have relationship while referring to a product. In other words, an influencer is the kind of person that will say, oh, because that and that person love this thing, I want to love it. An influencer is about love. It's about love for the product, which means when you love the product as an influencer, you are going to tell the whole world about the product. Now, who is a consultant? A consultant is a custodian of knowledge. They want to share knowledge. They have this yearning to share knowledge. So these guys find out the problem and the solution so that they can tell you this work for this work for that. They are the kind of people that will tell you, oh, this shirt will fit you, this thing will fit you. They actually sell it without them knowing. All of us are salespeople. Now, who is the educator? Educator is the one that's going to tell you how it works. It works like this, it works like this, it works like this. This is how this product works. We all find ourselves in this category once in a while, but we are stronger in one category than the other. So we should find where we are stronger and stick to that place, because that is how we can actually sell to the world. We belong to either of these, either a networker, an influencer, a consultant, or an educator. This nice strategy is the best way we can actually network and sell. Now, I want you to understand something. Every one of us are salespeople. We sell by telling stories. We sell by recommending. And the most effective way of recommending is to tell a story that will help people to actually resonate with your recommendation. If you tell me that you approve of a certain product or a certain service, what is your story behind it? That is why most of us like to tell story like this. I went to that salon and that lady is wonderful. I went to this place and that shoe fits me. We all belong to this category. We all do this in certain ways. So find out, which are you? A networker? Somebody who want to tell me a story about who is using the product? Is that what you are? If that's where you are, stay there, because that is the most effective way that you can sell. Start to sell by talking about the users. Make people feel proud that they are using it. Now, if you are Apple user and you are the type that like to tell people I use iPhone, it's probably you are a networker because you can tell people about it. So tell people about who use it, not just that you use it, that Donald Trump use it, that big person use it. You can tell them that you're probably a networker. So stay there. Begin to network to sell. Because when you network and they're not interested, then you close the sale. Now, what if you're an influencer? The person that like to say, fine girls love iPhone. I love iPhone. This person love iPhone. That person love. You want to talk about the love because the love draw you closer to the real thing. If you're that kind of person, you're probably an influencer. So you start to market that way. Start to market by telling people about the love of the product. Tell people about things that magnet you to the product, that will magnet them as well because it magnets you, it attracts you. Tell them about that. Now, you're a consultant, the type of person that like to share a lot of information. You share the problem and you share the solution. Are you that kind of person? The person that will say, the reason I love iPhone is because iPhone pictures that means you are telling people about the product by sharing the problem and the product that you have found that is a solution. If you're that kind of person, you are definitely a consultant. So what you should do is that you stay on that lane and sell, because when you've gotten their interest by telling them the problem and the solution, then you present the sales, then you close the business. Now, are you an educator? That kind of person that like to educate person about the product. That the kind of iPhone I like is the 12 inches, is the dash, it has this cover, that cover. You describe the product. If you are that type, then stay that way, because that is the best way for you to close a sales. Now, we are all storytellers. We are all influencers. So therefore, we are all sales people. So find out the best way you can sell and stick to it. Stay true to your selling strategy. Explain yourself. Find out whether you are either the networker, the influencer, the consultant, or the educator. And you will start to sell anything, anywhere, whatsoever. I remain Austin tomorrow. And I want you to please subscribe to this channel. That is the red button below this video. Click on it so you can subscribe, so you have more content that we'll be talking about. And if you think of a better way that we can actually present our sales strategy to people, put it on the comment section below. I would like to hear from you which one worked for you best, or which one you think you are 90% of the time, whether a networker or an influencer or a consultant or an educator. Let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions to ask me, please feel free to do so. I remain Austin tomorrow, and I believe that you can do much more.